Baby, Megan Thee Stallion and GloRilla follow each other back on Instagram don't mean shit to me, because as far as I'm concerned, my side eye towards GloRilla is still giving very much bombastique. Okay? I refuse to call that post a mistake. No, ma'am. I can't call it a mistake because a mistake usually follows with a quick correction. That post was up for a few hours. Now, GloRilla, you were real quick to clarify that nose job, but you let that story sit for a few hours? That's fishy. Then your hairstylist gonna go on her page, on her story, and talk shit too. That's fishy. Then you gonna go and post on Twitter talking about, I don't do this internet shit, it was a mistake. You ain't done. Come back. Come back. Clarify. Do you fuck with Tory or no?
Things are seriously getting spicy between Megan Thee Stallion and GloRilla. This drama just won't quit. What looked like a solid friendship is now spiraling into something way more tense, and the internet can't stop watching it all unfold. GloRilla made this post the other day. On the surface, it didn't seem like anything major, but then people noticed something real specific. She had a Tory Lanez song playing in the background. And let's be real, that's a bold move considering the history between Tory and Megan. Not just beef, it was a whole court case, headlines, and everything. So for Glo to casually have his track playing, that didn't go unnoticed. Apparently, Megan caught wind of it real quick, and she was not feeling it at all. She didn't say anything publicly, didn't drop any statements, but actions speak louder than words. And Megan hit that unfollow button fast. That's the universal sign in celeb world that something is off. You don't unfollow somebody you're cool with over nothing. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. GloRilla didn't just ignore it. Instead, she posted this super emotional message that sounded like it was meant to defend herself without actually naming names. She wrote, "I'm forever grateful for the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people. My pure intent is all a blessing." It came off like she was trying to say, "I didn't mean no harm." But the music choice said otherwise, and that's what had everyone side-eyeing the whole situation.
Megan Thee Stallion has every fucking right to dead any relationship or friendship that she feels like is sustaining her abuser. The fact that we even have to get on this fucking app and talk about this is actually insane. And don't get it twisted. People know exactly what they're doing. They are very aware of what's happening, what the conversation is. So
what makes this even messier is the fact that Megan and Glo were real close. Like, everyone thought they had a solid bond. Remember that fire collab they dropped in 2024 called Wannabe? That song had fans hyped, and they looked like besties in the music video. Plus, Glo even gave Megan a sweet birthday shout out on Instagram, not something you do for just anybody. So now the question is, what changed? Was it just the song, or is there more that we don't know about? Because this low-key looks like more than just a random post. Something deeper might be bubbling underneath. But it looks like everything changed real quick after this drama hit the blogs. At first, things were looking bad. Megan unfollowed GloRilla, the fans were buzzing, and the timeline was exploding with hot takes.
The day before yesterday when my fast started, I changed my number, and I didn't want any temptations texting me. Like, this might be a little cute little hairstyle, huh? The little ball.
Like
boy ball. Yeah, this might be a little cute. I was gonna say, yeah. I went and bought books. A lot of books. A lot of books. About to start reading them. I started on one today on the plane, on the way home. And then, yeah, I changed my number. And I haven't drunk anything. And I don't really even drink no way. So that wasn't even the hard part for me. Like, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have sex. Only thing that was really new.
But then, all of a sudden, something flipped behind the scenes. Apparently, Megan and Glo had a little private conversation. No cameras, no tweets, just them talking it out low-key. And from the outside, it looked like they squashed it. Megan even followed GloRilla back, which had folks thinking, okay, maybe it's cool again. Glo tried to clear the air too, saying it was all a misunderstanding. She posted, "I don't do internet-ish and I don't do mess. It was an innocent repost, y'all BSing." She made it sound like she really didn't mean anything shady. But still, something about it felt off. The vibe wasn't the same, and not long after things took another turn. Now it's looking like Glo is the one who's mad, and she's letting it be known without saying Megan's name directly, but the shade is heavy. First red flag, GloRilla went back and deleted the birthday post she had made for Megan. That's major. You don't delete a shout out unless you're really over it. Then it got even louder when Glo reposted a tweet that said, "I don't do childish ass attitudes and friendships. I'm not your NIG." That's not just a random retweet, that's a message. She followed that up by reposting another one of her older statements where she said, "MFS just gonna have to be mad, I don't give a yell." She's clearly standing 10 toes down now and not backing off. And then GloRilla followed all that up by saying one word, exactly. Just like that. No long caption, no breakdown, just exactly. But trust, that one word said a lot. You know that vibe when someone says exactly and you know they're fed up? Yeah, that's what it was giving. It's feeling real familiar too, like one of those situations where you know you might have messed up. So you try to apologize to your friend, hoping they'll be chill about it, but instead of fully accepting it, they hit you with cold vibes, silent shade, or backhanded comments. So now you're the one feeling salty like, wait a minute, I came to you real and this how you act. That's exactly the energy Glo is showing right now. She's basically saying, I tried to be cool, I tried to make it right, and you fake accepted the apology, but deep down, you still holding on to it. So now she's flipping it. You mad? Fine, stay mad. I'm mad now too. You can see it all over her posts, the way she's talking online. It's clear GloRilla is not over it. She's definitely in her feelings, and the internet is watching it all go down in real time.
My thing is, what the fuck did her reposting that post that had nothing slurish about it have to do with our friendship just because Tory Lane's song was in the back of the damn... What?
But on the flip side, you can also see where Megan Thee Stallion is coming from. From her perspective, it's pretty simple. Tory Lanez's song was playing in the background of that post. That's the guy involved in one of the most public, painful moments of her life. So, yeah, of course she felt some type of way. Now social media is eating this drama all the way up. Fans are picking sides, throwing shade, and calling out both Megan and GloRilla. It's turned into a whole digital war zone. And people are not holding back. Some are riding for Megan, saying she had every right to be hurt and that Glo should have known better than to even touch a Tory Lanez track, even if it was just background music. Others are backing GloRilla, saying it was an innocent repost and Megan took it way too personal. They're like, why go from besties to cold vibes over a song? One user even said, this could have been a simple DM. Instead, it's becoming a whole feud. Woo! And while fans are throwing theories around, the shade is getting thicker. People have started pulling receipts, old tweets, old lives, even past interviews, trying to figure out if this beef has been building for a while. Some folks swear the energy between them hasn't been the same for months, pointing out how they haven't been seen together much lately, no new collabs, and no likes on each other's posts either. Meanwhile, others are wondering if a third party's involved. Like, could someone in their circle be feeding drama behind the scenes? Did someone gas this up to make things worse? Because something about this fallout feels deeper than just a song post. Now here's where it starts getting really interesting. People are starting to question if Megan and GloRilla were ever actually tight to begin with. Like, was the whole friendship just for the cameras? Just industry vibes? Because now that everything's blowing up, folks are looking back and noticing the signs that maybe it was all surface level from the jump. Some fans are pointing out how Glo always gave Megan props publicly, but Megan never really gassed up GloRilla the same way. They're saying the energy was always one-sided. People have started clipping old interview moments where Glo would shout out Megan as her girl, but Megan would just smile and keep it brief, like she wasn't fully locked in. That's got folks thinking this friendship might have been more for show than real love.
I'm not gonna lie, Megan, I think you're really reaching now. So Megan Thee Stallion ended up unfollowing GloRilla off of Instagram because she reshared a post and it had a song on it with Tory Lanez in it. Now, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times I reshare posts that already have music on there. You don't pay attention to that. If I reshared it, it have their music up there. So sometimes the music just, play on there. It don't be intentional or like, I don't be trying to even use that music. Sometimes if I go back and rewatch my story, I'd be like, why the fuck, how does music get on?
And now, the industry gossip is spinning. Whispers going around saying there's always been quiet competition between the two. Both being female rappers, both blowing up heavy, both repping strong fan bases. Some insiders are saying Glo might have felt like Megan never fully embraced her, like she was always the little sis in the game, not an equal. And now, she's over it. On the flip side, people are saying Megan's been moving real guarded ever since all the Tory drama. Like, she's had her walls up, barely trusting anybody. So maybe when Glo posted that song, even if it was unintentional, it just hit too hard and Megan felt betrayed. Now, let's not act like the music industry doesn't play a part in all this behind-the-scenes mess. Because when you really start peeling the layers back, this whole Megan versus GloRilla situation might not just be personal, it could be strategic. Think about it. Both of them are signed to major teams with powerful people backing them. Megan's been moving differently since parting ways with her old label Drama, trying to rebuild her image, take control of her narrative, and push forward without the chaos. Meanwhile, GloRilla's still on the rise, and her camp is hungry to keep her name buzzing. So what happens when you've got two big names, both fighting to dominate the same lane? Friction. And some fans are noticing how other artists are starting to pick sides too. Some unfollowed one of them, some stopped engaging with their posts, and others are staying completely silent. That silence says a lot. It's giving stay neutral or get cut off. The industry's watching closely, and nobody wants to end up caught in the crossfire. Even producers and collaborators are starting to feel the pressure. People are asking, if you work with Glo now, are you off Megan's radar? And vice versa. Because let's be real, the rap game loves a rivalry, and people behind the scenes will sometimes fuel that tension just to keep the spotlight on their artist. This whole situation might be more than just feelings. It could be about control, influence, and keeping your name at the top of the feed. And in the middle of all that, two women who used to be cool, now wrapped up in something way bigger than a repost. All right, now I gotta be real, because I'm nosy, just like y'all. I don't think GloRilla was trying to be shady on purpose. You ever been scrolling through Instagram, see a fire quote, and just repost it without thinking twice? Sometimes the music in the background just auto-plays and you don't even notice it, especially if your phone's on silent. Been there? Done that? So this whole thing, it really might have been a straight-up accident. I don't think Glo sat there like, oh yeah, let me pick Tory Lanez' song for this post. That's doing way too much. It probably wasn't even on her radar. She just liked the message, hit repost, and kept it moving. No bad intentions, just bad timing. But at the same time, I get why Megan felt away. When you've been through something public and painful like that, you're gonna be extra sensitive to anything linked to it, especially from someone you thought was your girl. So yeah, it's a misunderstanding, but it's also deep. Not everybody agrees. Some folks online are saying, nah, this wasn't no accident. They're claiming Glo knew exactly what she was doing and tried to be slick with it. Some even think she secretly believes Tory's side of the story and used that post to make a statement. So now I gotta ask y'all, what do you think? Was it a harmless repost, or did GloRilla low-key throw some shade Megan's way? Do you believe it was an innocent mistake, or was there something sneaky behind it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you never miss the tea. I'll catch y'all in the next one, cause you know we'll be spilling more soon.